It just kept getting better and better and better. Tuesday, Tuned and Band.
Tuned and Band tulikuwa tu hapa tu that day. Hapa tu.
You know, and we also can't forget Reverend Jesse Mwai. And that was an amazing, amazing sermon. It was so profound for me. My moment of brokenness. And you know, he was talking about self-surrender, getting to the end of yourself. And you remember that time he said,
when you read the story of Abraham, sometimes you can get a bit lost, because then you will begin to wonder, where was God coming from? What was in God's mind? Why would God go to the Ur of the Chaldeans and just call Abram? You have to still go back a little bit. So the story that is just before the genealogy of Abram and what we've just read is a story of the Tower of Babel. So these guys decide, let's build a tower, of course, in rebellion, as if they were waving their fist against God. Are you with me? In other words, saying, we don't want direction from you, we want to do it by ourselves. That's why they say, let us. So they build this thing. Why? They say, so that we can make a name for ourselves. In other words, they're also looking for identity. So the first thing they were looking for is primacy, a sense of purpose, a sense of significance. But then also, they say, so that we can build a name, we can create a name or build a name for ourselves, which means they're also looking for a sense of identity. Who are we? We want to be a people. But then also said, so that, again also, so that we may not be scattered over the face of the earth, saying we are looking for security. But remember, their motivation is as a direct rebellion against the creator of heaven and earth. As you read that and you begin to think about our own lives as God's people, every one of us who is seated here, there are three things that we all aspire to, the three things that we all desire is the same thing that these people were desiring for themselves. If you are in Genesis chapter 11, you are probably trying to make it on your own. Saying, Lord, I don't need you. Or you can say that you're born again, you're a Christian. You can even be prayerful, but your actions betray you. Because the way you live your life is all about you. One thing I have come to discover in this life, whatever you have to manipulate to get, you have to manipulate to keep. But whatever the Lord gives you, you never have to manipulate. God looks at the Tower of Babel, and I want you to notice something. These guys are looking for primacy, they're looking for identity, they're looking for security. So God looks and he comes and he confuses them and scatters them. God decides, I'm going to give man what he's looking for. So he settles for a man called Abram. He comes and calls this man out of the Ur of the Chaldeans. Now, when you read Genesis chapter 12, the same things, can we go to Genesis chapter 12? The same things that the Tower of Babel, these people are trying to accomplish, God calls a man and he tells him, follow me and I will give you primacy. I will give you identity and I will give you security. Jesus Christ himself said, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Are you looking for primacy? He says, seek first the kingdom of God. Are you looking for a sense of identity? Seek first the kingdom of God. Are you looking for a sense of security? Seek first the kingdom of God. And he says, all these things. Let me tell you, the day you discover that truth, I tell you, you can go to sleep tonight. Our response to God's covenant is brokenness.
And for me, that was really, really touching for me, because sometimes, Maxi, we keep on striving to get the things that God already wants and has already declared He's going to give them to us. But tunaendanga tu now with our own strength. But to get to the point where it's self-surrender, getting to the end of yourself and to the faithfulness of God, that was amazing.
And as you said, Linda, we must have patience and hope and to trust that God will make everything beautiful in its time.